This is Botcast, the Botheads Fantasy Football Podcast, and it is Saturday night, so Sunday morning for you. And we are going to be talking about the NFL fining players like crazy for delaying the game and being injured. And then we're going to talk about fantasy football this week, previews of like iffy players that we might or might not want to start. And then we're going to get kind of weird and talk about crazy shit like we always do on Saturdays because it's fucking fun. So if you enjoy our videos, you guys should subscribe and hit that like button and follow us on Twitter, man. BotheadsFF. So, how you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. Saturday night. I can't believe Saturday night's already happening again. It's like I blink and it's here, ready for
7
football.
days later.
Long day at work, but I'm ready to chat about some stuff with the boys, dude.
Mr. Mailman. You too, Mike?
Oh yeah, long day at work, but I'm ready for some football.
All right, let's get into our first story, dude. We're going to talk NFL woke up Saturday and fined the Saints $550,000 for faking injuries. Apparently did it more than once, huh? So the NFL woke up Saturday morning in the mood to make some money. So Roger Goodell decided to dole out some serious fines to the New Orleans Saints for faking injuries. Goodell and company slapped the Saints with a $350,000 fine, along with the head coach Dennis Allen $100,000, co-defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen $50,000, and Cameron Jordan $50,000 for what the league felt was Jordan faking an injury and taking a knee last week. The incident took place in the fourth. Oh, on B-Town.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter of Monday night's game against the Bucks, when Jordan took a knee and pointed to his lower leg, forcing an injury stoppage, as the Bucks offense appeared to be going in on fourth and down. So once players zoomed, they punted. So he's pissed off. Cam Jordan is not, so shockingly, was not happy. Yeah, okay, 50,000 in the red. Most expensive fine to date from the NFL came in yesterday. Added stressor for no reason, he tweeted Saturday morning. So I think it's a good thing. Honestly, I'll just get started with this. I hope they fucking do away with when the defensive backs hold the receiver's legs too. I hate that. I hate it. What's the point? And I do agree. It's obvious as fuck too. You know what I mean? When they're faking the injury and it's like, oh man, we're tired and we can't get back to the line. Better fake a fucking injury. And it's been happening a lot lately. And if you let them get away with it, they'll fucking run with it. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it takes a level away from the game, man. Happened in the Cincinnati Kansas City game too.
And actually, I got it right here.
It's crazy, man. It changes the whole pace, man. They're trying to run a hurry up offense and
It looks like it's 50 gur when you do it. So that's a big fucking fine. Legit.
good.
Big money even for these millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you though, it really does take away from the game, like he was just saying. Like there's tempos and shit, and there's levels to this, and when your offense is on, that kind of a timeout can be a difference maker of a drive.
It's just a gray area, and though teams will take advantage of the gray area, and the NFL will find it's just like hard to make a rule. You know what I mean? It's like, what if this player's really hurt? Like, what if his knees hurt? Like now you're just deciding if someone's
They're
not hurt
risking
or
a
what.
lot, actually, thinking about it, yeah. Because what if they do like fine him, but the play? Well, I mean, they will know if he's hurt or not before they have to decide to fine him or not. Though, to be fair, it's not like they're
Yeah.
telling the ref to throw a flag. If they were like,
Yeah.
the rule is the ref has to throw a flag and it's a 15-yard penalty, and they did that and the player was hurt, that would be one thing. But like, it's after the game, like, yeah, I don't know.
I've
Who
seen
knows?
players on the other side of it like go down though that want to be in still, and they go out for one play and come back in. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
they
true.
actually did need to take a break off. I noticed he said something about before a team punts with a question mark. Like, was it not at an opportune moment for them to fake the injury? Cameron
They
Jordan's
did
tweet.
punt. They did punt on the next play.
Yeah, but if the clock is running, opposed to the clock being stopped when you're trying to come
Yeah,
back, that
but
could be a big
his
difference
point
maker.
is, well, it won't be. They'll run the clock after the injury timeout.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn.
And it's not like, I don't know. It seems I like the rule. I do. Now, do I trust the NFL to enforce it correctly? NFL is basically just a fucking football government. You know what I mean? Like Roger Goodell's like the king of the NFL. He just does whatever he wants. So I don't trust
Yeah.
it at all. I like the spirit of the rule, though. You know.
Yeah, I agree though, because when a team is driving and you're like, well, this guy's just gonna fake an injury to stop the clock real quick, and
Well,
his players do
then you
that.
get a
So
chance to sub people in and out on defense because if the
yeah,
offense is hurrying up, you got the same defense on. You can't get your subs in and out. So that's a lot of the times the defensive players will fake the injury. That way they
yeah.
can get the subs
Oh,
in and
okay,
out.
I got you. Yeah, they
Yeah, that's
needed to.
the.
I hate seeing
But
it
to
too.
his
So
point, it's like they were punting. So, but were they hurrying up to? They were probably maybe hurrying up to. Who knows?
It's just hard to
Yeah, the
like,
Bucks
administer
offense
that
appeared
rule.
to be going for it on 4th down.
Uh,
But after he faked the injury, then they punted. So that is kind of
Okay.
annoying. Because, like, what
Yeah,
if they
so
were
he
trying to hurry up and they were really tired and they were like, if we hurry up, we can get up there and we can run a play. And then he was
Then
like,
they brought
oh,
fresh
no.
defense in, and he's like, "Well, fuck, now
Yeah.
it's 4th down.
Now
They're
we're
ready
just
for
going to
us."
punt.
Too
Right.
hard
Plus,
than
it
Tom
takes
Brady
it
to sneak it.
drains the whole momentum of it too.
True.
They're rushing, they're getting ready. Now they're got the wind out of them. You know, it's like fuck it, man.
I like it though. The more I think about it, just get rid of that shit. Make it a heftier fine. Fuck it. Then people won't
Yeah.
fake that shit.
I think 50K is probably enough.
Just play
And
the
they find the
game.
team and the coach and everything.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
was like what
damn.
a $500,000 fine right there. Like, get it up.
It's like just play the game,
Crazy.
dude. Stop being such a fucking pussy. You know.
I agree with
Honestly,
that for
so
sure.
cringe, man. You guys are grown ass men.
They'll do anything for even like the slightest, tiniest little fucking advantage, you know? It's annoying.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about players we kind of went through a little bit, and we found some players we thought might be fringe starts or sits. So we're going to talk about them and go over it because it is heating up right now for real. This is the last week before the playoffs, so this is the most important week of the regular season.
Scary
As
times.
Josh and I both know in our biggest league this week, we're both fighting for the last two. We can both make the playoffs still, though. If
Winning,
we
you're
both
in.
win, we're both in. So we got that. We'll talk about that after this, though.
My team's so ass fucked. Sorry.
Mine's okay, but I got 2 players on bye, and I'm starting Travis Homer or DeMarcus Robinson, so I feel it. But all right, first player here, we got Gabe Davis. He's going up against the Jets. It's a rough matchup. I don't know if he's gonna get sauced, if you know what I'm saying. But
I like
I
it.
think you probably just gotta start him though, because he's Gabe Davis and he'll either get you 10 or they'll get you 20, and you drafted him for this. So but if you got better options, I understand too. How are you guys feeling about Gabe Davis this week? It's just so important, you know? The pressure, man.
I'm trying to get him out of my lineups. I think he's gonna get sauced.
Oh
They're gonna
shit.
I think Sauce is
Josh
gonna
is
shut him
predicting
down.
the sauce, dude. Oh
Oh
no.
no, dude!
Yeah,
The
it's gonna get
forecast
sauce.
calls for sauce.
They're gonna double Diggs and 1-on-1 with Sauce, dude.
Probably.
They
Claudia
just
with a
played him a
chance of
couple weeks
sauce.
ago, and he didn't have a good performance in that one. I think he gets you like 5.8 or something. I looked earlier today.
So you're saying it's a big
5.3,
Devin
yeah.
Singletary day, huh?
He's been more off than on this season too. It's pretty unfortunate, but somehow he's still wide receiver 27 in the PPR. That's why it's hard to get away from him still. I feel like because he has a somewhat floor, kind of. I feel like he'll get you at least 5 points.
He had 2 games that he went monstrous. That might be why. Well, monstrous
He's
is
been getting
32.
targets too. He's been getting 7,
21.
5, 10 targets. He's just not really doing a whole lot with them, especially the last couple weeks.
Would you
He
start
had
him? Randy?
7 targets and a touchdown and only scored 9 points.
Yeah, no,
That's
15
rough.
yards. Reminds me of your boy Michael Gallup, but we'll talk about him in a little
I would
bit.
start him over Michael Gallup.
Me too. What about you, Josh?
But
That's the real litmus test for Josh. Would you start Michael Gallup or Gabe Davis, dude?
Gabe Davis, dude. Gabe Davis for sure.
Gabe Davis
Gabe
hasn't fallen
Davis,
that
too.
far
He's
yet.
got
Though.
a way higher ceiling. Michael Gallup does.
Josh
Yeah.
just hates Michael Gallup
They
irrationally.
have like the same. They both could get you 5 points.
It's actually
but, like,
pretty rational now that I
Gabe
think about it.
Davis could get like 25, and Michael Gallup could get you like 14, and you're like, yes, dude.
Yeah, Michael Gallup scored 2 touchdowns and scored like 18 or something. Like that's his ceiling.
Michael Gallup can get more than 14 points.
18.
No,
I
but if
said.
he gets 14, you're like ecstatic, dude. You don't start him thinking you're gonna get 14.
Some of us do.
Well,
what I
let's
expected.
save the Michael Gallup. We got him coming up on the list here. So, any final words on Gabe? You guys ready to move on to some juju?
I mean, it's a big week. There's a lot of buys. That's the big thing about Gabe Davis this week. There are
Yeah,
like 6
that
teams
is
on
true.
buys, so I could really see flexing because I'm starting Jeff Wilson and Michael Gallup in a league where I have 4 wide receivers on buy. Terry McLaurin, Drake London, Chris Olave, and Christian Watson are all on buy. Like, there's a lot of big name teams, a lot of big name players. So
Yeah,
I like him better than who I'm flexing.
yeah.
Might have to
I
flex
would
J.K.
start him
Dobbins.
over Travis Homer for sure, and that's who I'm flexing. So
I think he's pretty much an insta start this week with all the buys. Gabe Davis.
maybe he's got a rough matchup, but it's probably gonna be hard
Would
to
you
get away
start-
from with all the
Would you
buys for
start him over
sure.
Tyler Lockett?
No,
See, me neither.
Tyler
dude.
Lockett all day, but I mean Tyler Lockett's a definite must start. I feel like at this point.
He's my wide receiver 1.
Would you start him over Juju Smith-Schuster this week?
I would
Playing
start Juju.
Denver's defense?
I
I think I might
Juju.
start Gabe. I don't know.
I hate Tyler Lockett, but I would start Tyler Lockett over Gabe Davis. Tyler Lockett's like a top 10.
Both those are rough
fantasy receiver.
matchups for the wide receivers this
Gabe
week.
Davis
What
is
about-
like number 30 or some shit.
Would you guys start Juju or would you start Gabe Davis and Tyler Lockett? Rank them.
Tyler Lockett, Gabe Davis, Juju.
Josh, I'm assuming yours is just Tyler Lockett and then switched Juju. What about you, Mike?
I think I'm gonna have to agree with Randy on that one. Just I like Juju a lot, but
He's been
rough
kind of banged
matchup.
up a little bit, right?
I
Yeah,
don't think there's a
concussion.
realm where anyone puts Gabe Davis in their lineup over Juju when you're looking at it on your team.
Damn.
If I have both of those people on my team, I would definitely do that
I don't believe you.
this week.
Mm.
Ever.
I mean, it's wide receiver 32 versus like wide receiver 30.
Denver's got a good defense.
But Juju's been injured
Juju was
and Gabe
hurt.
Davis hasn't.
with their corners anyway.
Juju had 3 weeks where he played either 40% snaps or didn't play.
It feels like the same thing to me.
I could agree with
Disagree.
that.
He's either
But I
scoring
think
like
I would
5
start.
points or like 25 points.
I think I'd start Gabe Davis though. But it's close. It's closer than I think Randy and Mike would put it at. But how? So are you in or out like on Juju this week then, Randy and Mike?
I'm in on Juju.
You're still in on Juju with the
Rough
incentive?
I think
matchup.
they're gonna have similar
like it.
weeks. I just think if I was choosing and I had to pick one,
I think you could argue his
Start Gabe
ceiling's
Davis.
higher. Gabe Davis's ceiling's higher than Juju's, but
it feels so similar.
Juju's floor I think is higher too. Well, then Gabe Davis has been getting more volume lately. It's just a rough call, honestly. I don't know.
He's still wide receiver 32. I like Juju still. I think
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to start Davis over him just because.
Usually
would
when I
too.
start Juju, when I
Davis
pick
has a
Juju
really
over
high
someone,
ceiling.
it's because I'm like, well, they have Pat Mahomes. So I'm gonna go Juju, but Gabe Davis has Josh Allen, so it's like, well, fuck.
Actually,
Oh,
I don't
super
think I heard
close. So
elbow.
I think I would start both of them on my bothead team right now this week.
I wish I could.
I would have benched
I
Jeff
wouldn't.
Wilson and Michael Gallup.
Would you start either of them over Garrett Wilson?
I would start both of them over Michael Gallup though.
Me
Juju.
too, and I'd start them both over Travis Homer too.
Is Mike White still playing this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mike
then
White's got
start-
the job the rest of this year, I think they said, right?
I heard rumors about something about like they haven't given up on Jeff Wilson. They should.
You Zach Wilson, you mean?
That's what I meant. Jeff Wilson. Yeah, Jeff Wilson shouldn't be throwing the ball in New York either.
Let's talk about the guy that we all talked about how great he was going to be last Saturday.
I was wrong. that
And
week.
then he had, all of us were wrong. He had 2 targets, 1 catch, 2 yards, and 1 point against Atlanta. He's got Baltimore this week. He was pissed off on the sidelines. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about starting him in Dingleberry still. It just feels like a squeaky wheel game possibly for me. How do you guys feel about Pickens?
Oh, wide
Bounce back
receiver
week.
2 in Prestige.
What's
They're
up,
gonna
Josh?
get him. They're gonna get him used more, man. You have to. The kid's too talented not to get worked in the offense.
Right.
Deontay Johnson looks like shit.
They still gave Deontay all the targets. Right? I think we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
11.
11 targets with
Top
11
5 of them.
points. Imagine having a point per target. Oh my God, makes me sick.
Me too.
Anyways, George Pickens. Would you rather
Like-
start George Pickens or Deontay Johnson?
Pickens.
George
Pickens.
Pickens.
Like Josh was
Such a
saying,
weird
he's the
situation,
obvious better player, so getting the volume is going to be huge. I think he will. Like 2 targets is inexcusable. Maybe other teams just know that Deontay Johnson sucked though.
Just
Really?
letting him run free.
Just guarded the fuck out of George Pickens. He's made
Well-
some nice catches, man.
If Deontay Johnson's wide open, it's a 50-50 shot. He catches the ball. You know.
It's not like he's gonna go anywhere after he catches it.
He
That's
is
how
not
he
giving me
gets
the production
a
I wanted.
Point per target. How do you get a point per target? This shit is crazy.
I bet you it correlates with the rest of his season.
That man had 11 targets and he scored 11 fantasy points.
Look at his other does it
11 targets. What receiver gets 11 targets and doesn't at least score 15? Like, are you kidding me? 20 even. Like, Jesus, man.
Shit. Please give Hollywood
Crazy.
Brown 11 targets. I would love that.
if George Pickens had 11 targets last week,
Oh
what
my
is he doing with
God.
that?
It would have been a bloodbath.
I would have probably won in Prestige if that happened.
Yeah, I would
Well,
run him back
dude, I
out
was
another week,
kicking
man.
your ass, dude.
Did I play you in Prestige?
Yeah, you got stomped,
He's-
boy.
Freaking
you beat me by
schedule
like
is
100,
so
didn't you?
good.
Beat me by like 100.
I don't think George Pickens could have saved you, Mike.
I take that back. Josh is like literally my dad in fantasy
I know.
football.
I know I am.
Jesus, don't. Oh man,
believe
Josh's head's
him.
about to be bigger than Randy's at this point,
I'm
dude.
gonna have to get you a fucking mug for
I don't know,
fucking
dude.
Father's Day. This is garbage, dude. I hate
got a
my
pretty,
life. Like,
Pretty big head over here.
I'm gonna get
World's
you a
greatest
flag that
dad.
says disappointed in you.
Oh Jesus.
Thank you.
Yo, Josh, I have this little plaque,
I would
bro,
love
that
that.
says "World's
I would
Greatest
put it in the
Son."
background.
You can
I
have
would
it.
have it on display back here if you
Me?
did that.
Yeah, and you can give it to Mike.
Yeah, right.
It says "World's Greatest Son." It's a little plaque. I got that.
Just
on my
write him a
table.
banner that says you might be my third favorite kid, but you're my favorite son.
Finally got a boy.
Burn you
That would-
both, dude.
That would be the kind of shit that God would do to me, though, man. Okay, you can only have
You just adopt
natural
Mike.
daughters, but here's your son. It's Mike, dude. Imagine.
I was the
all
older
the
You
fucking
adopt
men.
Mike, who's as your age or older than you, or around
Oh,
your
weird.
age. All right, let's get into.
Yeah, I say you keep going until you eventually
Oh
get there,
no,
bro.
Tori will kill you, Randy. Don't let her hear you.
Be like one of
Somebody
those
cut the
Amish
feed.
families, dude, from back in the day with like
Mormons.
7. Okay.
Josh comes over to watch football, and there's 8 little fucking kids walking behind him. Like, Jesus.
All wearing Chiefs outfits.
He's like, Tori, we
Fucking-
just need one more. Has 6 kids in one. It's like, oh no, dude, 6 tuplets, really?
Just all girls, dude.
Oh, no.
Dude, Trey would
Imagine
never let
Josh
you let
with
I
him.
know,
8
dude.
daughters.
Trey
dude.
would
Oh,
literally have a
no.
stroke, dude.
Trey wouldn't be able to stop himself.
Probably couldn't even hang out with us.
And
Oh,
then,
Start
and then,
no, he
laughing.
would never stop laughing. As soon as you call
And then
Josh, he would start laughing, and it would never stop.
my son that I get is Mike, the closest thing to a girl that's not a girl.
Fair enough.
He did
dude.
blow me a kiss before we started. It was for good luck though.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
going to
blow
go in the
more than
direction
that.
that my mind went here because we're putting this on YouTube. So let's just move on to Donovan Knight, not talk about gender. All right, so Donovan Knight has a Buffalo. I know Josh wanted me to put him on the list. I'm a little worried because I mean Michael Carter's going to come back. The past 2 weeks has been nice though without him. You think he's earned a job? He's going to get the carries against a rough, run defense, or
I
Yeah.
know nothing about this to you, Josh.
Randy does not whisper to running back. So
Oh
Josh, on to
well,
you.
Buffalo's actually like a bottom tier run defense, dude. The run
Really?
defense sucks, dude.
I thought
It's
their
like bottom
pass
5.
defense sucked. Is that for
No,
real?
their run defense is like bottom 5. I heard it on the radio.
Especially with Von Miller out for the rest of the season,
Yeah,
probably
dude.
too.
So like,
Von
man,
Miller doesn't
Donovan
stop
Knight,
any runs. Get out of here.
yeah, he's
True.
the third down sack guy.
Yeah, I
But
didn't really have
I
much
like
credibility with
Donovan
that
Knight,
one at
dude.
all.
Me too.
Like-
I like the way he runs, man.
Me too. And then he's definitely worked out a bigger role for himself. Michael Carter's, banged up, kind of meh anyway.
James Robinson's like
I like his chain.
dead.
Thanks for the analysis, Randy.
He looks like he wants to run over somebody, dude.
I laughed at
runs
y'all for
hard,
starting
man.
him last week, so
I started him.
yeah, I
Got
laughed
Detroit
at
coming up
everyone.
too.
I think I laughed at both of you guys like Donovan fucking
I
Knight.
bet you were happy with the start, huh, Josh?
Oh yeah,
Six-
dude.
17 points.
Didn't even
Good
get a touchdown
matchups.
either. Look how efficient he is, dude. 3 targets, 3 catches, 5 targets, 5 catches. I mean,
I'm gonna start
Michael
him this
Carter
week,
is
too.
back,
5
but
yards a carry, 6 yards a carry. Like he's really showing
Yeah.
something, like legitimately, man.
Man, dude, next year when Brees Hall comes back.
Yeah. I mean,
Michael
Michael
Carter might
Carter's
not
not
even be a
bad.
Jet, dude. Or he's only his 3rd year next year.
They have some draft capital into Michael Carter, though.
He'd find a job
Brees Hall,
somewhere.
though, dude.
Yeah, Brees Hall is definitely going to be the dude. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they might keep Michael Carter around to be the backup and have Donovan Knight as the third. He's like the Donovan Knight's going to turn into Dearness Johnson, man.
Slow grind night.
I can just feel it.
you hope to
Like,
never
he
see him if you
seems
have
so
Brees or
good.
Michael Carter, but when
The
you do see him,
difference
he
is he's
plays so good.
21. So if he stays as the backup here for 3 years, he'll only be 24. The problem with slow grind is he sat in Cleveland for 3 or 4 years and now he's 26. You know what I mean? He was too old to be sitting behind everyone forever. But Donovan Knight has got the age to actually do it for real. So maybe. Just, these no draft capital running backs usually don't stick around too long, but
Fair.
shit happens. You never know. I mean, look
I
at
like him
J-Rob
this
on the
week,
same
dude.
team, Oh, yeah. The rest of the season, even possibly, I like him,
J-Rob tore his Achilles and stuff, though. He's
Yeah.
poor
True,
kid.
And they had no draft capital. He's an unsigned free agent.
Mhm.
Like, look at Cam Akers. He tore his Achilles, and they're still holding on to him because they picked him in the second round,
He looks
But
bad,
J-Rob
too.
was undrafted. Yeah, he does. I mean, yeah,
Sure
he
does.
does. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, he does. For sure.
J-Rob looks good for Jacksonville, and Jacksonville was even like, nah, fuck it. Like,
I
see
can't
it.
sell Cam Akers in prestige, and I'd probably have to end up cutting him eventually.
Nah, don't cut on him.
Cam
No,
Akers.
not like maybe in like the next 2 years if he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, maybe. It's possible, honestly. You never know.
I can't wait. I got 4 fucking first round picks in that.
Can't wait for that league either. But all right, we got Travis Homer up here next, and he's on this list. He's missed a lot of games lately. He's been injured in and out of the lineup, but Kenny Walker and DJ Dallas didn't practice all week, and they're both game time decisions. So Carolina's run defense, very bad. So are we thinking about starting Travis Homer, or
Would you be happy with 10 points?
Yes.
Then I would consider starting him.
It's tough, man. It's like they have so many running backs that could actually be the dude this week.
Yeah, like obvious if you're looking at like all these players, you know.
Let's assume that Kenny Walker and DJ Dallas don't play though. Would you start them then?
Oh yeah, probably. But I also
Yeah.
kind of like Tony Jones, dude. He's a big boy, man.
The former Saint.
Yeah.
Eh,
I
would
don't
you
know.
start Travis Homer or Demarcus Robinson if neither DJ Dallas and Kenny Walker
If
don't
Kenny
play?
Walker and DJ Dallas don't play, I
Mhm.
would start Travis Homer
Yeah.
against Carolina's
what if
defense.
DJ Dallas plays?
I would start Travis Homer.
Marcus Robinson's
Maybe not. I don't know.
rough.
If Lamar
think I
was
would.
playing, I think I
Against
might
Carolina's
start
defense.
Robinson.
Such a juicy matchup, Josh, right? That's what I was
But
thinking.
Huntley had a good little rapport with Robinson, man.
6 targets for Robinson. That's why I picked him up, and I'm considering those two. And that's why I asked the question. That's what I'm
I just don't
considering
know if
about
he can
his.
do it 2 weeks in a row, you know?
I know he hasn't really this year. It's usually off and on with him. So, but new quarterback, and you got 6 targets from him last week, so you never
Yeah.
know. I feel safer with Travis Homer a little bit than
Yeah,
Demarcus
if you
Robinson.
want 10 points, like Demarcus Robinson could get you like 18. I don't think Travis Homer's going to get there. He might get there, but I think it was like almost guaranteed 8 to 12 points this week
Homer
against Carolina. If he gets
Homer
one
can get there
touchdown,
through
you're
the
set.
air. Through the
Yeah.
air, he can get there. He can get to the 15 to 20 points through the air.
If he was playing San Francisco, I would start Robinson.
Right, but he's playing Carolina. So.
Mhm.
Okay, any final words? Ready to move on to DPJ?
Yes, sir.
So Amari Cooper is possibly not playing, and DPJ has been looking decent, I'd say, lately. So is he worth a look? What do you guys think?
I'd say so.
Apparently,
mean-
32 minutes. Hold on, sorry, Randy, but 32 minutes ago, Amari Cooper's trending towards playing Sunday now. So the fantasy doctors lied to me. Go ahead, Randy, sir.
I still feel the same way about DPJ. If Amari, I mean, maybe it gives him a boost if he doesn't. It's more on Deshaun Watson, I think.
Oh, it's gonna happen right now. What's your take, Josh? You said you want to talk about Watson on the podcast.
Would you rather start Daniel Jones or Deshaun Watson?
Ugh, who do they
Isn't that
play?
sad,
If I
dude? That's
had to make the
Philly.
playoffs, if I'm playing win or go home right now, and I
Philly,
get to pick
give
one
me
quarterback.
Watson against Philly.
I think it's close, dude.
Deshaun Watson is gonna throw the ball at the ground a lot, probably. Let's be honest.
Man, it's really fucking hard because if I'm playing like for the playoffs and I need to win this game and I'm choosing between Daniel Jones and Deshaun Watson, it's
Who'd you
hard.
choose?
I would love to just say Deshaun Watson and just feel happy about it and move on. It's like, duh, Deshaun Watson, but man, I
They
can't
threw the
pick.
ball at the ground a lot, huh?
Yeah,
Can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'd have to take Daniel Jones this week if I
Oh
have to
my
win.
god.
I want it to be Watson. I have so much Watson.
I'm going Watson.
Watson's my
Me too.
future.
Mike's
I
a
went
hater.
with Watson. That was a decision I had to make in my LLC team. So
It is
check
hard,
my
though.
lineup and see that it's already been chosen.
Did you already make the playoffs?
Nope. I have to
Oh.
win.
I hate that league. Anyways,
Me
Damian
too, dude.
Pierce. Yeah, right. That might be one I fucking X out this year. I don't want to be in, but we'll see. I might just stay in it. Who cares? But anyways, Damian Pierce played Cleveland last week. Only scored 12 points. He's got Dallas. Definitely. I mean, everybody's a rougher matchup than the Browns. He still averaged 4 yards a carry against the Browns, but it wasn't very promising. And you kind of expect more when you go up against Cleveland's run defense. So against
Dallas is
Dallas this
tough,
week, are
too.
you trying to get away from him? It's probably going to be hard, like you were saying earlier, especially because there's a lot of good running backs on bye this week. So, what do you guys think about Damian Pierce this week?
Still gonna start him.
I think it
Yeah.
depends on what you have. It's really
It
tough.
does.
Man.
If you can afford to bench Damian Pierce in this hefty bye week, then you did a really good job planning, or you have a really nice roster.
Damian Pierce or Travis Homer?
Damian Pierce.
Probably Pierce for me as well.
Yeah, I would go Travis Homer.
Really?
I do.
That's
To
rough.
match up a lot more.
Jarek McKinnon or
That's
Damian Pierce?
That's what I was gonna say, but it felt disrespectful that I might actually take Jarek McKinnon.
Take
It's
Pierce
Mike still believing in Pierce, huh?
Probably going
for now.
McKinnon.
Yeah.
McKinnon
would go
over Pierce,
McKinnon.
but Pierce over.
Man, you really hate Travis Homer, huh, Randy?
No, because we know Pierce is the guy. Like, what if? I mean, if both running backs are not playing for sure, then I would probably play Travis Homer. But like right now,
Damian Pierce has fallen so far.
I agree with that. I'm disappointed in what's happened, obviously.
I wish I would have
I'm
traded
still
him. I could
believing
have
in
got a
him.
haul for him.
I did
He could
trade him
still
for
be-
Javante.
Yeah, that's nice. He still could be like a beast going forward, but
The lack of draft capital worries me. Sorry. go
I
ahead.
think we might have seen the best of him already.
He might be really good in the dynasty, but if we're talking right now, I'm still gonna have to start
His
him
little
this week.
stint that he had mid-season.
This could be the best of his fantasy. This could be the most opportunity he will have his entire fantasy career. Legit. They don't have any other running back. Like, he is their only running back that they play. So I agree, Randy. It's kind of worrisome for sure. But you never know. He could turn it around and be great for Dynasty, like you were saying too,
Cleveland,
Mike, because
I
he
mean-
is young. So
Cleveland held him 73 yards.
I know. That's rough. Oh boy,
Hard-
here we
can't
go.
really trade right now though.
I like
That's
this
right.
guy.
Michael Gallup, Randy's boy.
9 points, 7 points, 7 points, 11 and 18. He is
7 targets, 4 catches, 23 yards, 3.29 yards per catch.
Yeah,
Two
that part's not
touchdowns.
good.
He scored 18 points with 2 touchdowns, dude.
But his previous game, he had 8 targets, so he's
This
had
just
3
reminds me
games,
so much of CEH right now.
6 targets, 7 targets,
Mhm.
4.
I'm like,
8,
yeah,
and
he
7.
scored 18 points, but he had 4 carries, 3 targets, and caught 2 touchdowns somehow, dude. Like,
Yeah, but 7 targets ain't nothing. Just to like 7 targets, 7 targets, 8 targets, 7 targets. You know, I think he can be a flex option.
yeah. I guess against Houston, I do agree with him being a
And then he's
flex
got
option.
Jacksonville.
I just don't love him.
I like him more than I should.
Philly,
He just
Tennessee.
he came back from injury and he's been looking better.
He's like a
Like
poor
Sam and
man's Chris
Andy's.
Godwin.
I was gonna say
You're starting
poor
him, Mike?
man's Christian Kirk.
Okay.
That's
Because he
what he
came back
feels
from
like to
injury
me.
and he's looking better, you know.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, Chris Godwin's a dog. This guy is Michael Gallup. You know.
okay, let's just move on to your other receiver that you love for no reason, DJ Chark, so we can get through these crappy receivers, dude. No offense. DJ Chark, 6 targets, 5 catches, 100 yards, decent, but I mean,
5 targets the week before.
yeah.
Not much touchdown. I don't know.
I had a choice between DJ Chark and freaking Demarcus Robinson, and I picked up Demarcus Robinson, so that's how I feel about DJ Chark.
I probably would have too.
I think it's St. Brown's receptions.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
but
feels
somebody
better.
else might catch a little bit too.
I know that Williams got.
But Jameson Williams
With
might be.
I'm just saying, with 6 teams on bye, man, DJ Chark might not be a terrible option for someone out there to pick up if they're desperate. He's
If
not
they're
like
in
someone I'm
deep league,
excited,
yeah.
like, let's throw DJ Chark in my fucking lineup. But he's like behind Jeff Wilson and Michael Gallup for me. If I needed a third person to put in, then I might be looking for like DJ Chark.
So,
So-
you're saying if Saquon doesn't play, you're gonna be picking up DJ Chark.
Oh Lord, please help me. No,
It's a decent matchup, to be honest.
I didn't even
with
think
Chark.
about that.
Yeah, and
yet.
Goff does throw the ball a lot too. So
And it's
It's
crazy. Detroit's favored in that game.
I saw their
It's
coach
the
was
first
making
time-
jokes about it.
The first time ever a 5-7 team was a favorite against a 10-2 team in the history of the NFL.
How is that a
Insane.
thing though?
They're
It-
playing
something
better
to-
than they look, man.
Something to do with analytics and the amount of one-score games that the Vikings won. That they're not
Analytics.
actually a good team.
So they're
So
thinking this
Vikings are
is
gonna
like,
win like 49-14.
like a legit trap
Interesting.
game.
Analytics.
I
No.
like
So the
Detroit,
analytics
dude.
hate the Vikings, is what you mean, pretty much.
I was on
Yeah.
Team Detroit, dude, at the beginning of the year. I knew they could be good.
All right, let's talk about. Yeah, you did. You were for real, and you were on the Bengals before everyone too, Josh. I'll give you credit for real on that.
Fuck
but-
the
Last year, I almost lost a lot of money to you.
I know, like $500.
Josh didn't make the bet though.
I
You should
pussied
have.
out. I pussied out.
All right, so Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy has had an odd season because Russ sucks, and he struggled early on a little bit, but then he really started to ramp it up against against the Jets, who was a pretty decent opponent, and then he played Jacksonville, had 2 good games in a row, came out the bye and got hurt, missed a few games, only played 38% snaps. He had 4 targets, 4 catches, 65 yards against Baltimore. He got Kansas City, who gives up some points through the air. I mean, he's coming off an ankle injury. I don't love it, but I'm starting him in Dingleberry. How do you guys feel about Jerry Judy this week?
Got a long face, dude.
Yeah, he
Got a
kind of
really
looks like a
long
horse. He's got a really good. He plays for a good team, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Look, the Chiefs pass defense starting so many rookies, not the best. They give up points, they give up yards. I could
No
see a
Cortland
world
Sutton.
where Jerry Judy has 7 catches for 90 yards, maybe a touchdowner, I don't know.
That's
I
a lot
7
of
for
points.
90. I'd be happy with just
That
that.
is a lot of points, yeah.
But
16, isn't it?
it's without Sutton, it's definitely in the realm of possibilities, though. I think for real.
The Chiefs defense is meh. Very meh.
But Pat
Maybe
Mahomes is
Russell
so
Wilson
good.
will have a big fucking step
Yeah,
up
so they're gonna
game.
be behind and they're gonna be throwing the ball more. I don't
Pat
think
Mahomes
Russell
just gonna play safety.
That'd be,
Okay.
that'd be horrible.
I'm just kidding.
Hot take: Russ Wilson has more fantasy points than Pat Mahomes this week.
Okay.
Do you guys want to
Think
kick
about-
Randy right now out, or are we gonna let him
We're
keep talking?
recording this.
Are we
Is this
gonna let him
live?
keep spreading this dangerous misinformation?
Misinformation.
Oh my god.
Is this live?
What's
Are
the
we
bet,
live?
Randy?
This
What's
is
the bet?
crazy, dude. Randy's
win-
colluding with the NFL, dude. They're
Let me
gonna
win
throw a
some of
bunch
my
of
money back,
flags, and
dude.
Pat Mahomes isn't gonna get any yards.
Mr. Unlimited. Jesus.
What's the bet, Randy?
I
Let me
want
get
Pat
some of
Mahomes
my
to do
money
really
back.
well.
Let me get some of my money back, dude, for the Christian Kirk bet.
Yeah, Randy, let's ride. Come on. Mr.
Crying.
Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited.
I don't know, man. Doesn't something just scream that he's gonna do great?
No.
Ow.
I think he could do okay, but there ain't no way he's outscoring Pat Mahomes. Come on now.
I think he's literally gonna be garbage.
He might score some fantasy points, but he'll probably look like crap. And Pat Mahomes will for sure outscore him,
He's
in
gonna
my
get benched
opinion.
at he's
Fuck
gonna
the
get benched at
Donkeys.
halftime because Kansas City's destroying.
I don't know. Jerry Judy, he just looks like a horse. He plays for the Broncos. Things are really looking up for him now. I like
He
him
needs
this
to be.
week. I'm
He needs to
starting
be a
him.
chief, dude. That's what he needs to do.
That would be sick.
That would be so.
I was so excited about Judy with Russ. I still really like Judy though, and I think he can be good even with
He
a crappy
separates
quarterback.
really well.
Yeah, he's a great route runner, man, for real. All right, let's talk about DJ Moore. DJ Moore has been weird. Let's just say 4 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown last week, 20 fantasy points. And then 3 weeks before that, he scored 5, 7, and 4. Before that, 27, 19, and then 3 and 10. He's been so roller coaster, so up and down. Coming off the bye against Seattle, though, decent matchup. Not really. What do you guys think, man? I think
love
he's
the
a
schedule
rough.
at the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't really love Tampa
But
Bay.
Week 12, I was saying he's gonna pop off and go into bye week and come out strong. So I gotta stand by what I said.
I think Seahawks Panthers could be very similar to what the Falcons Panthers was a couple weeks ago, where
The
like
game that never ended.
yeah, a couple of crappy teams that both just are trying really hard and score a bunch of points.
The first time they played, right? You mean not this or this one, right?
Yeah.
I remember he caught that long touchdown at the end of the game. That was cool.
He has been up and down, but he has had like a fucking merry-go-round of quarterbacks as well starting this year. It's very hard to trust him, but that being said, think I'm still starting him in B-Town. So I still have some faith
I
because
love
he's still
DJ
gonna
Moore.
get the
I do too.
targets.
I'm just talking about just this week.
It's
you know.
rough.
But like
Seems
you were
like
saying
Sam
earlier with the
Darnold.
buys, it's probably I would start him over Gabe Davis.
I would love to have
So,
him on my team right now and butt heads.
who would you start, Gabe Davis or DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Full
Agreed,
sweep.
100%.
He's better than all those receivers we were talking about earlier in the Gabe Davis conversation, I feel like. So
Yeah.
Cool.
I might
We could
start
talk about
Juju
my
over him, but probably not.
Oh yeah, Juju. So we could talk about my favorite player, Rashad White. I'm a little nervous because he had that fumble and then they benched him and it was a big hubbub, but then he caught the game-winning touchdown. So and
let's
won me a
forgive him.
jersey, 2-0.
All is
2-0,
forgiven.
baby. Sorry, Josh.
That was such garbage, yeah. I was so
I mean,
tired and I stayed up because I was like,
It's pretty
"Dude,"
cool for me.
I'm like watching and he's
Then I
not
got
in the
to see him
game.
celebrate, and he had the
And then
little
he's not in
video
the
on the
game. Then
field.
he's not in the
Isn't
game.
that the worst? You stay up to watch
Then they
your team
score a
lose.
touchdown, but it comes back on a penalty, and I'm like, no, fuck. And then they fucking put Richard White in with just 3 fucking seconds left, and he scores a fucking touchdown. Breaks my fucking heart, dude.
My boy, dude. I love this man.
He's still starting in Andes this week for me.
I still
even
love
though-
DeAndre Swift more, but man, I love this man. He's got such
They
a bright
could-
future, you guys.
Next year they could be running back 1 and
Randy, you're gonna make me very erect right now. You need to stop talking. My wife's looking at me. Okay. San Francisco, though, this week is a rough matchup. Is he good to go? I mean, Lenny definitely was involved, I would say. He got benched when he fumbled for sure. Rashad White.
Lenny's banged up. He might not even play.
Ooh.
That is true.
I don't know why, but when I see San Francisco, it makes me nervous when I'm like looking at an offensive
they're the
player
best
going
run
against some of the running
defense.
back. It's like, man,
Well, they're the best run defense in the NFL or against fantasy running backs, I mean.
It's like historically good, I think. Like one of the best ones ever of all time, I think.
Yeah, like they've.
Yeah, but I mean,
scaring
Rashad's a
me every
dog,
time.
so.
Oh, I'm starting him in every league that I have him in.
I only
mean,
have him in one
I mean,
Are
he
you
can still
starting him?
catch, you know, 4
Yes.
passes,
in Andes.
14 rushing attempts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool with
100%.
18
And if
targets.
Lenny doesn't play, he could get 20 carries. Could. Not saying it will.
I want him to help me get that silver trophy in Andes this year, Richard White. He might be a league winner, hopefully.
Plus, their team's not bad. I mean, they look like garbage now, but they're gonna get it together, right? It's still Tom Brady, still the
ooh,
boogeyman, you
Mike
know.
Williams ready to go.
Think of a
We've
think
been
of a
saying
world
Sorry,
that,
Josh.
man.
where he hosts a playoff game against Daniel Jones and the Giants, and then obviously he's not gonna lose to Daniel Jones in the first round of the playoffs. And then he wins and he goes to play Seattle or something, you know. That's a real possibility.
If I'm
I
Tom
don't
Brady, I'm
know.
afraid
Going
to play
to
the Giants
Seattle.
in big
It's a real
games.
possibility. No, yeah, it would be probably going to Seattle. Something like that though. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's got
Um,
Daniel Jones and Geno Smith in the playoffs.
I mean, it's looking
and
like
he's
a
got
real
one game and he's in the
possibility.
Super Bowl again, you know, no matter who it is.
The fucking boogeyman, dude.
Yeah,
That
and
boy name.
he's always right there.
Jalen Hurts will fucking slay the dragon, though, because he's so
Or
good.
even fucking Dak Prescott's defense.
How much do you hate Dak Prescott?
So much, dude.
So much.
It feels irrational.
It's funny. You weren't saying the Cowboys defense. You said Dak Prescott's defense.
That's why you don't like Michael Gallup, Josh. Everything makes sense now, dude. Of course you hate him. You hate Dak
It all
Prescott.
stems from Dak. Kayla's so offended. She loves
You
I
hate
can't
Dak.
wait
CeeDee
until
Lamb?
Dak Prescott's out of the fucking NFL in 2 years, and everyone's like, "Wow, Josh,
There's
you're right,
no
dude."
way.
You've lost it,
No
bro.
way.
2
No
years.
Ain't that man
way.
like 27?
They're like, "Oh my god."
29.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
I'm saying, dude. It's so
He
dumb.
will
He
not
seems
be out
younger,
of the
don't
league
he?
in 2 years. Get
He's
out
like
of
Ryan
here.
Fitzpatrick, dude. He'll look good
Oh
sometimes, but
my
like sucks dick all the
God.
rest of the time.
I will be right back, boys.
I can't believe we're recording right now, Josh. What the fuck, bro? That might be the craziest take I've ever heard you say.
He's like Kanye West right now. Fuck Dak Prescott. He sucks. It's like, dude, he's not that bad.
You've had
No,
some
fuck
takes,
Dak
bro,
Prescott.
but that was wild.
It was
I don't know,
strong,
that
too.
one was just flowing out of me. I don't know if it's how I even really feel, but it sounded good and it came out, and
Oh,
Poor
I
Dak.
I almost
think
like
he's
as
good.
I'm sitting here thinking about it, I almost want to like double down with it too.
I thought about it. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go more into this.
He's been good since he returned, dude. 30,
All I'm
27,
saying,
24,
dude, is
20, 24.
when I
He's got
watch him
Houston
play the
this
game
week.
of football, dude,
And
he just
Jacksonville
looks
next.
not good, dude.
Look at this history. He's been pretty good besides his injuries.
Maybe
He
I'm
always gets hurt.
irrational, dude.
I don't love Dak, don't get me wrong, but I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's
Speaking
gonna,
of
there's no way he's not at least a backup quarterback somewhere in 2 years.
always
And that's the
getting-
worst case scenario, like the worst.
Yeah,
That he's like
that's
some
just-
team's backup and he's pissed off that he's not starting.
I can't
no
believe
way he's
Randy
out of the league.
actually left, dude.
Probably had to pee or something.
He's like off camera. We finish the stream. He comes back.
All right, so I put Mike Williams on this list, but it's more about Josh Palmer and Mike Williams, I feel like, you know. So Mike Williams got Miami this week. Not the greatest matchup, not the worst matchup, but Josh Palmer's played well in his absence. He's gotten targets and he's kind of produced, to be honest. So How you guys feeling about Mike Williams' return? They said he's ready to go, no limitations. The fantasy
Starting in
doctors
B-Town.
who told me that a player isn't going to play earlier, they told me that Mike Williams is going to have a couple weeks before he's back to 100%, but who knows if that's true. So
I might start him in B-Town this week.
I would start Josh Palmer over Mike Williams if I had them both on the same team.
yeah.
Same.
Now the question is Mike Williams or those other receivers, or who are they? Juju and
Juju.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
give me
said Juju.
Juju.
I would start Gabe Davis over Mike Williams this week.
Where's the line for Mike Williams? Who would you start Mike Williams over?
I'd start Michael Gallup over him.
I
I'd
wouldn't.
start
What about
Howard.
Demarcus Robinson?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Mike Williams, I'd start over Demarcus Robinson for sure.
I mean,
I mean,
get out of here, Mike. Not you, this other Mike. Mike Williams.
I would
Yeah,
start
fuck all the Mikes.
I
Sorry,
would start
Swan.
Mike Williams over
I'd
DeMarcus
start Mike
Robinson.
Swan over Mike Williams, dude.
Oh, if Mike Swan's out there, you can't start anybody over him.
It's
I'd
probably gonna
start
be the
Mike
same
Williams too,
outcome.
Josh.
0 points. Over who?
Demarcus Robinson.
I would start him over Michael Gallup too.
Me too. Might be a rash on that one, but
I think Gabe Davis is my line. It's like Gabe Davis and Mike Williams are the same thing for me.
I got Gabe Davis a little bit higher, but
I think I would take Gabe Davis, but it's not by like much. I don't think.
what about
You
Demarcus
guys-
Robinson against Pittsburgh? Oh, sorry, Granny, go ahead.
No, I just don't. You guys know I don't like to play injured players and players coming off
Yeah.
injuries. So that
Yeah.
leads me. I wouldn't even start Mike Williams like over almost anybody. That's playing close.
Realistically,
I would
that's
start
just,
DJ
like,
Chark
why, though?
over Mike Williams
No,
because
Mike
I've been
Williams-
burnt 100 times. Okay, maybe that's the line. Maybe DJ Chark's my line.
Mike Williams comes out and has a good game, then
He
we're all
could.
gonna be feeling good about him like we did at the beginning of the season, you know?
I didn't really feel
Just
good
a little
about him at
banged
the
up.
beginning
It's
of the
all about
season,
the
though.
energy. Well, I
I
mean,
thought he was overhyped.
we weren't as high on him as everyone else was, but we still liked him. He was the receiver that we wanted off the Chargers.
I kept him on my Dingleberry team because I have Justin Herbert, you know.
I get why people did want him, but I just didn't. I don't have him anywhere.
I have him on that one team. But like I said, it's just because
Yeah.
of the
I
have
only have
no
him on
Keenan
one
Allen
team, and it's
either.
because I have Herbert.
But yeah, with Josh Herbert, it's hard because you know there's wide receivers gonna get production. Maybe I'm just irrational because Josh Palmer is my favorite receiver out of those
Oh,
three.
me too. My favorite
Keenan
is
Allen,
one
Mike
thing, and I would
Williams.
start him over Mike Williams this year or this
Re-
week.
Rest of season, I would rather have Keenan Allen, but
Me too. Just this season though.
over Josh Palmer the rest of the season.
But I don't know how much longer Keenan Allen's going to be good for. So
If
Maybe
you
at the
told
end
me
of
that
this
I could
year.
have Keenan Allen until the end of this year, and then I could just switch immediately before knowing anything for next year to Josh Palmer, I would do it.
oh yeah, me too, 100%.
You said the same about Mike Williams, I would still do it 100%.
Yeah, I'd rather have Mike Williams than
Going
Keenan Allen
forward,
after this
yeah.
season.
I mean, Mike Williams to Josh Palmer as well.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Josh Palmer over Mike Williams
this year and next season. both.
and next few, yeah.
Oh,
Forever.
so Keenan Allen's just the one that tips it.
If
back.
I'm talking this year, it would be Keenan Allen, Josh Palmer, Mike Williams. If
That
I'm
makes
talking for
sense.
the future, it'd be Josh Palmer, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen.
100% agree.
It's about age, and I just really like Josh Palmer. Like for real, he looks fast and good.
I
So.
believe he was a second round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and nobody liked him. I think he was a third round pick, and everybody hated him. I picked him in the 4th round of our Dingleberry draft, or 3rd round of our Dingleberry draft. I was like, I'll pick him because he's Justin Herbert's receiver.
Yeah, I think he was like a second day NFL pick too. Maybe I'm
Pretty good.
mistaken.
I don't know what day he went,
I
honestly.
think he was round 2.
So Demarcus Robinson against Pittsburgh this week. He's got a good matchup. Him and Huntley had a nice little thing with 8 targets, 7 catches, only 41 yards though. He could volume his way to 10 points. What do you guys think? I mean, we already kind of talked about him earlier, so I don't want to spend too much time on him. But
I feel like it's kind of rough. Just he's very inconsistent. He can have a great game, or he can lay what's close to an egg.
I mean,
I
a
roll
lot
the
of
dice
eggs.
on him, man. Honestly, if I were you, he's got Pittsburgh, 21-2, 11, 12. Like if hopefully it's not a pattern. You know what I mean? He score big 2 points, score big 2 points, score big, but he's got Pittsburgh. You know.
But he had Jacksonville coming off the Carolina game.
And he's
Yeah.
got Cleveland after.
You'd start him over Travis Homer?
It depends on if you're trying to really roll the dice, and I
I
think he
need to
has
be
a
just
way
be safe and
higher
have a
ceiling.
floor because I think my
I would
team
s-
is better. After we
I
go
would start
through,
Homer
we just
then.
talked about Josh Palmer too. So
Yeah.
here, let me show you my predicament here, dude. So my team is good. I got Hurts, Swift, ETN, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Tyreek Hill, right? So it's not like I need a big ceiling. I just need a floor. I need 10
Rest-
points. You know?
I would keep your eye on the running back situation in Seattle.
That's what I'm
And
gonna
if
do.
they don't fucking play anybody, I would start him, but Robinson isn't the worst option, especially in this league. This is a super competitive league. Like, obviously, we're starting people like fucking.
It just sucks. I got my 2 running backs. I would like to start both on my bench, you know? And Kadarius
It's a
Toney, who's hurt,
Huge game for
sucks.
you too.
It really is. 143 to 130. He got 12 out of his freaking kicker already, man.
Fucking Carlson.
I got Josh Jacobs against me in Prestige and bot heads.
Let's look at your bot his game here, Josh.
Oh,
You
yeah,
got
dude.
Boodle.
It's not looking good, bro.
You're starting Jalen Warren. Oh, you're starting Donovan Knight. So I'd rather have Donovan Knight though.
Same.
Me too.
Higgins versus Chase. That's always rough.
Noah Fant could have a big game.
He's
Oh,
got Burks
dude.
in his lineup still.
Hopefully that stays put.
Who's gonna start?
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, he's gonna start them both. Yikes, he's got a lot of bias. So do you.
I think it's gonna be a Jamar Chase day, dude.
Hopefully for you it is, man.
I'm still gonna hate him. I'm not gonna call him dad.
Even if
I'm
there's a
never calling
fire.
dad.
Not even if there's a fire.
What if he wins you a Super Bowl in Botheads?
Huh. Still not gonna call him dad. But I might hate him less.
You'll still hate him.
Dude, every time I think about Jamar Chase, I just think about
Every
him
time I
making
think
it
of him,
rain,
he's
dude.
like,
And I just like picture me like hitting him with a fucking bat over this fucking head, dude.
bro, I'm gonna get
Poor
beat
Jamar
up.
Chase.
If me and Josh are in the
Josh
playoffs
is
together and I
angry
beat
today,
him,
dude.
bro, and we're
Very.
downstairs, I'm gonna make it rain on him. Do you think you can fucking beat me up?
He's
I
thinking
just
about
love the
delivering mail
Chiefs, dude.
tomorrow. He's like,
It's just
fuck Dak
packages, at
Prescott.
least.
Fuck Jamar Chase. Like, oh damn.
Stuffing it in their mailbox real aggressive. Like, fuck Dak Prescott.
Dude, a carrier just got beat up at our station.
Damn.
Sorry. That's crazy.
Oh, dude.
Who the
Dude,
fuck
Dak
beats up the
Prescott
mailman?
was a mailman. I bet you he would throw the mail in the fucking boxes from like 40 yards away. That's
Oh,
my point of
God.
accuracy.
Except like he sucks at football, so he's definitely not gonna be better with mail, dude.
Are you guys ready to have some fun, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Got a video for us to watch. This is Alinity. I watched this YouTuber called It's a Gundam, and he's freaking hilarious, and he did a whole video about this. And this is a Twitch thought who has like a lot of problems. She had like a dog abuse thing in the past, and now these videos have been coming out for the past couple of years. There's like 8 of these videos, but this is the first one ever made, so
Wait, she
I'm just gonna let this.
abused
Oh,
dogs.
allegedly, there's a video of her on Twitch like taking a dog and just, like throwing it over her shoulder or something crazy. I don't know. Just shit that I've been reading, looking into this after I decided this was gonna be what we get weird with. So I'm just gonna let this 3-minute video play though. Let's see.
Their Coca-Cola. This is not. Hey, stop it!
Just
That
bite her
was-
pussy.
Hey, don't
This
do
way it gets
that.
way worse, bro.
Playtime, all day.
It's a girl
every
dog, by
day.
the way.
Oh, she's
You
for
don't do that.
sure,
No,
dude.
I know,
don't
I
do
know.
that.
There's some fishy going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, dude.
Oh yeah.
What's that smell like?
Why is she just sitting there letting it happen, bro?
This is borderline bestiality.
It is fucking getting pretty crazy up in here.
Borderline beast.
Thank you
Where the
so
where the
much.
fuck is PETA at, dude?
Right.
Hey, no, what are you doing?
Jerking off to this video, probably, dude.
Luna, I've taught you that you don't. That's not okay to do.
That dog should be named.
What is she doing? Is this what she does on her stream?
Yeah, this is her streaming, it looks like.
This
This
is
is
like
like
the
taking advantage
intro
of every
to
15-year-old kid, man.
this is the intro to her OnlyFans, dude. Like
I'm actually subbed to her.
remove the clothes.
Twitch.
And OnlyFans. Bring is her #1 fan.
This chick for sure lets her dog eat her fucking
Oh
bust,
yeah.
Just lick my coochie.
dude. She slabs fucking peanut butter.
Or it just smells like danky ass fish, bro, and the dog is like, you know how
That's
they got a good sense of
that's what I
smell?
was gonna say, dude. That's why I said I was getting fishy. You sound something smelling
Yeah,
fishy.
I heard that comment.
Look at this one, dude. Just wait.
Oh no.
This chick 100% fucks her.
Oh no, dude.
Do them. Hey! Luna, no. Luna, no.
I
Hey!
have no faith in
That
the
girl
society,
dog.
bro.
That girl dog identifies as a fucking male dog, bro.
Stop
I've never seen a girl dog
it.
hump something like that. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what's worse, the music or the bestiality.
Both.
Either way,
Like, imagine having this many clips, and this is one of many videos, dude.
either way, she's going to hell.
I literally just went to YouTube and typed in, because, like, shout out to It's a Gundam, but he literally was like, just type in Alinity dog, and it was like, yeah, dude. I haven't seen these yet.
I got the cat jerking off on the chair.
Luna, why are you so bad? Why can't you be a good doggy? Hey, what's you doing? Why is your head under me?
I wonder why.
This is
Luna,
also known as foreplay,
This is
gentlemen.
so fucked up, dude.
answer.
For
There's
me.
nothing down there. I love you.
Dig
Okay?
Is it?
yourself out hard, bro.
Oh yeah.
I hate it.
Dude,
Oh my gosh, she's listening to Nickelback. She should go to prison, dude. Like, this is crazy.
I believe in reincarnation.
She's gonna reincarnate as a dog trying to bang
It's
a
actually
cat. What is she doing?
I
Oh my god, this is too much, dude.
That is beyond provocative.
mean, dude, if I was reincarnated as a female dog, I'd probably hump this bitch too. So this is proof.
Jesus Christ.
So I figured that could be the first in the line of our ho 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 thing, Christmas lines here. I'm gonna have a different ho next week for us to make fun of. What are your thoughts of whatever the fuck we just watched, dude? For real.
Can't even believe that like those people exist, man.
I was
She
gonna
shouldn't
sleep
be allowed
tonight.
to reproduce, dude.
How do you spell her name again?
I don't know.
Let's
Oh,
find
probably
out, man.
so much, dude.
1.5 million.
28K isn't that much, I don't think.
A
right?
A
month?
year?
It's
I thought
probably
it
a
just said
month.
followers.
Why is this happening?
Said her net worth was 1.5 mil.
Oh wow.
$2.4 million. And this is of June 2022.
So that's so many people watching this girl face fuck her dog on Twitch.
There it is. You see that picture? That was fucked up.
Oh no, dude. All right, well, it's been a good run. We're probably getting banned now, but okay. So the next thing we have is LeBron
Dude.
James says he's woke. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If that chick's not banned, there's no
Right.
chance we're getting banned, right? She's literally
Man.
face fucking her dog on Twitch. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I hear YouTube's into that shit, so.
Holy
That's cool.
smokes.
Oh boy, we're gonna be uploading to Twitter from now on for this. So
Dog
LeBron
had a
James
whole
says
bunch of
he's
fucking girl salad.
oh my Jesus Christ. He's awoken angry with media over Jerry Jones coverage. So I figured we could follow up on Josh's story from last week here. So in a shocking turn of events, LeBron James has admitted that he's quote woke. Like admitted, that's such a dumb like phrasing by Outkick. Come on, we all know he's a woke piece of shit. This comes as no surprise to anyone paying attention. Like we've been okay, yada yada yada. Let's just get to his okay. Quote, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask questions about that, James said. How fucking stupid is this dude? Are you fucking kidding me? They asked him about Kyrie because they played together in Cleveland. They were ex-teammates, and he was trying to get Kyrie traded to the fucking Lakers before that.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, we didn't ask you about some picture of Jerry Jones when he was fucking 14 during segregation looking on to some racial shit from a long-ass time ago. Like, who do you think?
67 years, dude.
Because
fucking
why would
hate
they?
LeBron so
Why
much,
would
dude.
they ask him that?
That's the most pettiest fucking thing ever. LeBron would be the best, like, jealous ex-girlfriend of all time.
All right, let's see. So he has this show called The Shop, right? So Thursday Night Football, he does like what Peyton and Eli does, except for nobody gives a shit about LeBron. Everybody watches Peyton and Eli, obviously. So this is what he said on The Shop. Just accountability, man, he answered. The media is so quick to hold us athletes, especially black athletes, always holding us accountable. We can't make mistakes, James added. We can't do this. They want to bring up everything. So he's trying to play the race card like he always does because he's a woke piece of shit. Nobody gives a shit about your race, dude. Everybody gets hard questions in the media. Like I can't stand it,
How
dude.
do they hold black athletes more accountable than they hold the white athletes?
They don't.
Because LeBron James is a fucking racist moron.
He's
Such a
trying to
freaking
equate the fact they
dumbass.
didn't ask him about Jerry Jones because he's trying to say that it's because Jerry Jones is white and Kyrie's black. That's why they asked LeBron, but that's literally has nothing to do with it.
They
LeBron's
LeBron's
just
just
a fucking
racist.
idiot.
They just
Yeah.
gave Trevor Bauer a 2-year suspension in the MLB, and he's white, right?
What'd you say earlier, Josh? Oh, about the fucking Chinese labor? I 100% agree with that too. It's like, what a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hypocrite,
He
dude.
wants to pull this race card like it's out of nowhere, but meanwhile he's got this slave labor driving his billions of dollars out of Nike in China. It's fucking cringe, dude.
If LeBron
He's the
James was
biggest
white,
fucking hypocrite of all time.
he would be a wizard.
Yep,
If he was
100%.
white, he'd be a janitor, dude.
No, he'd be
No,
a,
he'd be
yeah,
like
he'd be a
a
janitor, but he'd also be a wizard.
part-time leader of the KKK. Like he's a racist piece of shit, dude. Like
Yeah. So this is his last quote here. I'm just holding them accountable. Let them know I see, LeBron explained. I am definitely woke, that's for sure. On that we can agree, you fucking douchebag. So I don't know if there's
Fringe think
anything
this,
else. They bring up China here too, while never criticizing China for their treatment of ethnic and religious minorities, despite the fact he makes millions of dollars on the back of Chinese labor, like Josh was saying earlier. So he definitely perfectly fits the woke mindset. Political posturing, virtue signaling, and cowardice when it comes to most classic LeBron. I 100% agree. I can't
Such a
stand him.
fucking loser, man. So glad that he'll never pass MJ as the best of all time.
I
Oh,
agree.
he's lost way too many.
I'm glad that he'll never have that
championships.
accomplishment because his life was so hard already.
it's
He was
just crazy to
oppressed by
me.
so many people.
People
had
like him
hard-
that cry
yeah.
about racism, dude.
He's had such a
But
hard
they make
life, dude.
everything about racism.
Such a fucking loser.
Like shit that people aren't even
Communist piece of
talking about,
shit.
man. He just wants
I
to turn
know.
it black and white.
He's
and shit.
mad they
It's like,
didn't ask him about it so he could make it a racist thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
literally what that's about.
Let's
but
bring
they
up some
want to
fucking
cry
bullshit
like
from 67 years ago when Jerry Jones was 14 years old, not doing anything. Fucking.
But he was
So
standing there.
stupid.
He existed at the time of segregation that we all knew was a thing, and he was standing there watching.
he should have
So,
ended
obviously.
it. 14-year-old Jerry Jones should have ended fucking everything, bro. Right?
Yeah,
Is that what
okay,
they want?
dude.
Like
That's probably
it's
what
so
LeBron would
stupid.
say.
How dare
There's
you?
no
Yeah.
argument, you know. It's like
I agree.
he's a
Like, I
kid,
think
dude.
we all agree slavery sucks, dude. But we don't have to sit here
Oh,
and
yeah.
live in the freaking past, man.
Or segregation, or because it was more,
Yeah.
it wasn't slavery then, but yeah, segregation and civil
Yeah.
rights and all that shit. It's definitely, I agree with it all. But the thing is, it's like we have to move on, man. Everybody's equal under the law, and there's nothing else we can do.
I remember when I was
Honestly.
14 years old, I would have stood there confused.
Yeah, I'd have been
I
like, what
wouldn't
the
have known
fuck
what to
is
do. There's
going
all these
on?
adults like doing this crazy shit around me, dude. You're a fucking kid. Like
Expect Jerry Jones, the 14-year-old, to step in and be Superman or some shit. Like, come on, man. It's just so
yeah, I don't give a fuck
not
about Jerry
realistic,
Jones. I don't
man.
know anything really about him.
Oh,
But
I hate
14-year-old
Jerry
Jerry
Jones and the
Jones, you know,
Cowboys.
it's
Yeah.
like
Did a great
can't even
cameo
be mad
in
at
the
a
league.
kid for
That's all I
being
can tell you
Yeah.
about Jerry Jones.
He did. I love the league.
He bought the Dallas Cowboys from Taco.
All right, I have a surprising take on this. I think you guys might think is weird, but we're gonna talk about Brittany Griner here for our last subject. Brittany Griner returns to America with a completely different appearance. So she basically, let's see here. This is what she looked like in the Russian prison, right? And this is what she looked like. Where's she at coming home?
wow, they do pretty good tattoos in that prison.
She had those
She
before.
had those. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they got a fucking real good tattoo artist in there, Randy.
whoa, the bottom picture I couldn't see her tattoos.
So my yeah, she's covered up.
Yeah,
My take basically is this. I don't really agree. Like I know she knelt for the national anthem and we're all angry about it, But there is something to be said, like that quote from Benjamin Franklin, you know what I'm talking about? It's better that 20 guilty people walk free than one innocent person suffer. And I believe that shit to my core for real. And like Brittany Griner, like she didn't do anything wrong really. Like she's a shitty human being, no doubt, and I don't agree with pretty much anything of her at all. But she had some weed cartridges, dude. Like, does she deserve 10 years in a Russian labor camp for that? No, I don't think
How
so.
many other Americans are sitting
And
in?
like, we're all gonna be like, oh, he's a gun runner that we're trading back to Russia. It's like, what do you think America does? We fucking run guns. That's what we've always done. We sold guns to people to overthrow governments and then fought those people.
It's
Afghanistan.
just stupid because
Like-
it's only because she's the name. There's like a Marine sitting in Russian
I
prison
agree
too
with
that they just
you,
left
yeah.
sitting there. It's
I
Or
like,
just
agree.
regular American civilians that went over to Russia and got busted with the same shit, but no one gives a fuck
Yeah,
about
I
them
agree with
because
that
it's like,
too.
Yep.
Or regular American citizens right now in America locked up for smoking weed.
yeah,
Don't
so
even get me
because
started on that.
because her name's Brittany
it's-
Griner and she did something over here, we can.
It's a
She's
layered
now valuable,
conversation
you
for
know? It's
sure.
like,
But
fuck, man.
I also saw Dave Smith was talking. He was saying that like it's good even that Russia and the U.S. are having any talk right now to avoid nuclear war too. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
any conversations at all between us and Russia is good in my opinion. Because like the number one thing we should all be worried about is World War III and nuclear war with Russia for sure. So
agreed, 100.
At all times, for sure.
there's good and there's bad, like you guys were saying too. Because like yeah, we are leaving this Marine just literally sitting there fucking rotting in a prison cell when he should have been the one we bring home. But it's the publicity stunt that Biden wants. He's a woke piece of shit too. He wants to be the most
That's why I
progressive
hate it. I
president.
like that she came back. I like that she's not in Russia anymore for like some
Yeah,
bullshit.
agreed.
But I hate it because they're just doing it to use it, dude, and it fucking pisses me
Yep.
off.
100%. Now they get their woke win. You know what I mean? They can celebrate their woke win.
It'd be better if they both came home. I'd feel like it was a better. I can't believe Putin didn't try to get a first out of that too.
Yeah, Putin just totally fucking up. Like we're giving you a
I keep
shitty
saying-
WNBA player that nobody cares about, and we're getting the Merchant of Death and a first round pick. Like
Yeah, I keep seeing the memes.
first round pick in the terrorist league.
When I saw
Draft.
that, I was like, "Oh my god, they traded! Did they get a first?"
They were like the
What?
first NBA or the first WNBA trade that ever made the headlines or some shit. Jesus.
Yeah,
bro.
the 300 fans that the NBA has yearly is going to be really excited that Griner's back though.
All right, so I thought this was kind of funny because, you know, we're gonna turn to Russian propagandists after this probably. So
I saw
Russian
this.
TV has had a field day with the Biden administration freeing Brittany Griner while leaving Paul Whelan in prison. President Joe Biden has successfully traded infamous arms dealer, the Merchant of Death, for WNBA star Brittany Griner. So basically, yada, yada, yada. Let's get to what they said. Okay, the first problem is that he is white. His second problem is he's a man. His third problem is he's a heterosexual. That is not something that can be forgiven these days. American voters were given a choice: a hero who suffered while serving his fatherland, a metal-covered hero who suffered during his service to his fatherland, or a black lesbian hooked on drugs. Oh my god. Who suffered
Jesus
a
Christ, base as
who
fuck.
stuffed a vape? Oh my god, who stuffed a vape with hashish and well known for sake of PR. American voters are choosing the obvious. I think that for us, why is it so hard to read? It's fucking weird. Piece of good news. The first good news is that Bout has returned. And the second good news is that the nation that spits on its heroes to the extent that it considers it significantly more important to free a rightfully charged, well-known athlete. She didn't suffer because she served her motherland, but because she couldn't live for 10 hours without hashish. Instead of freeing the person in prison for 2 years for serving his motherland, this says a lot about the state of its society. Yeah, of these intelligence agencies and yada yada yada. It's crazy because I kind of agree with them.
Yeah, could you imagine if this is all going on and they're all these posts free Brittany Griner and then they free the white man over her, dude?
It's disgusting.
The country would erupt though. It really would. Not us. I think that they should have freed that guy.
The loud people would be louder.
People would be
real.
so mad, dude.
I don't think there's that many, like,
Конечно, меня
watch
очень
this?
позабавило, хотя не
Oh, it's in
I would
Russian.
hope
So.
not.
Do we have a translator?
Was
I'll
it?
translate.
I don't speak Ivan Drago. though.
обменяли Бута все-таки на
I
Грайнер,
like how they put this
а не
tweet
на
here,
Уиллана.
like we
Я,
could
во-первых,
understand
поздравляю
it.
Бута, поздравляю
She said
всю его
Biden is a
семью.
retard.
На
For many
связи
we
years,
offer
we have been in
с
touch
Ильей,
with his
насколько было это
family and with him
возможно
personally to
с
the
ним
extent it was
самим.
possible. Okay, I don't care.
It's a lot of reading you'd have to do, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm already too drunk to read.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do no book learning tonight.
Don Lemon on Brittany Griner's release from Russia. I would be remiss if we did not mention also the importance this plays for the LGBTQ community. Oh, fuck off, dude. I hate Don Lemon.
CNN's such a fucking joke, dude.
I don't
It's
It's
agree
literally
with
just
that.
propaganda.
I don't
Right.
agree with the law of like her being able to get in trouble for hashish.
I
But
agree.
maybe she should know that it's like really fucked up if you take that shit over there. Maybe you just shouldn't, dude. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that she shouldn't be allowed to, but like me, dude, if I was going to Russia,
Oh yeah,
probably wouldn't have nothing on me, dude,
Oh,
100%,
at the
bro.
airport.
Yeah, I
Like,
100%
the
agree.
fuck?
It's
You know what I
stupid.
mean?
It's stupid she got in trouble for it, but like, you're
So
going
this
to another
dumb bitch,
place, follow their
this is how I
rules.
look at it. This dumb bitch that thinks she's above whatever because she's a WNBA fucking player, whatever she thinks in her dumbass mind, can go and take the shit to the airport and not even face any consequences for her stupid ass actions. They just get some guy back that's like, whatever. I don't even give a fuck about him, but they get one of the people back that they want, and we get this stupid bitch back that is stupid as fuck. Like all that she had to do is not take her fucking drugs into the airport, dude, and she wouldn't have went to
Sure.
prison.
And she tried to lie and be like, I didn't realize it was in there. Then she admitted it later. It was just a weird situation. But she's also a political prisoner. Let's be honest, dude. They were
Yeah.
using it against the Biden administration. They
Yeah.
were in a lose-lose situation. They were for
Mhm.
sure.
I
And
hate
they
that we
chose
like,
their woke bullshit.
yeah,
I
people
mean,
put political bullshit ahead of actual people, dude, and it's fucking retarded.
mhm.
It wasn't
Look at the
about this
Twitter
Griner
files.
person. It was
Yeah.
just about whatever looks good for them and why they're doing this
Yeah.
and that.
Well,
Like, they don't give a
she
shit about
checks
her.
all the boxes, dude.
Yeah.
She's a woman. She's black and she's gay. She's
If
perfect.
they gave a shit, so that means Russia is willing to deal with us, obviously. So if they gave a
Russia's
shit, why not
been
get?
willing. That's the real secret of all this. Russia's been willing to deal this entire time, and they had a
Yeah.
fucking peace treaty with Ukraine already done. And Boris Johnson, who is the then Prime Minister of England, went to Ukraine and cut that shit off because we aren't fighting this war, or we're not. Okay, Ukraine isn't fighting this war to win the war. They're fighting the war like they're Afghanistan. We're just sapping the resources from Russia. That's all we're doing. We're spending money, so Russia has to spend money, and we think that we can just outlast them, basically. That's what we're doing, legitimately.
This Brittany Griner story should be bigger, not even because of anything that people are talking about.
It's pretty
Like, why
big in
don't
the
we get
political
more
world,
people
honestly.
back then? If
I
we can
agree.
get more Americans back, like if it's that easy, one for
We
one,
should trade
bro,
everyone.
trade them
Yeah.
all back.
Who gives a shit? Like I
Or at
said, he's
least,
running drugs in the Middle East.
yeah,
Okay, what's America doing? Running drugs in the Middle East? Like, fuck off.
he's
The
on their turf,
government.
bro.
They just have a monopoly on violence and money. They have the monopoly on violence and money printing. That's all they have.
Yeah, nobody in the world wants to play the who's got their hand in the cookie jar with this political stuff because
Try.
man,
Yeah.
America's got their hand in a lot of cookie jars.
Yeah, it's not like
We
that's
are the
only-
empire.
Yeah,
We're the
no,
empire for sure.
It sucks,
we're what
man.
or the UK used to be.
I hate it. I mean, I don't want to get too deep, but yeah, pretty much 100%.
Police in the world, man. Doing much
Yeah.
shit that we don't even need to be worrying
And
about.
people hate us for it, and us
I
as
don't blame
Americans
them.
don't even want to be over there. Like, I'd be pissed if people were over here.
Most
but, like, our
people just
government
pretend like it
fucking-
doesn't exist, though, Randy, to be fair. Like, when people ask me political shit, it's like my number one thing is I'm anti-war. That's the number one
Same.
political stance that I take. I'm anti-war. That's like the highest ground you can take, like, for real. And they're just like, I don't care. And I'm like, okay, what about literally in Yemen? We're starving children to death in Yemen at the behest of the Saudis because we want
Yeah.
them to keep buying our oil in US dollars. So we'll let them do whatever they fucking want. They're literally blockading Yemen and starving children and everyone else, but to death.
No one wants to hear that shit. They just
No,
want to talk
they don't
about
care. Oh,
transgender
whatever.
rights and shit.
Even the right doesn't. Nobody cares. I hate everyone.
It's all just political. It's like, oh, we hate Trump. Trump's good for this. Oh, it's like the next person that's going to be running for our shit, we're going to prop up and make look good. And
No, you
it's
just
fucked
tell
up.
somebody how stupid Trump is, and they call you a leftist, and you tell somebody how stupid they're on the left, and they'll call you a Trump supporter. They literally
Sadly-
paint you in the two boxes. There's two boxes you can be put in. That's
And
stupid.
this country just shuffles garbage on both sides every couple years. It's fucking
Yeah,
horrible.
because the Republicans are literally controlled opposition, except for Trump,
And-
and he's a fucking retard. So
It's not like this trade with Russia was like the only one that we can make. Like we're only allowed one trade per fucking no. Like they could get whoever back they want. They choose not
Who's the
to.
commissioner?
They literally choose to keep fucking American fucking prisoners or American citizens in prison in Russia. They choose to. They just proved it to me.
They're putting value on another person's life. Like you're not worth this person that we
right,
have
the
in
dude
prison.
who served his country, which I think is dumb to be
Mhm.
government property. Don't get me wrong, but like if I'm the government, okay, if I'm the government, I would probably want the dude who served the fucking country and wants to be here and wants to care over the bitch who doesn't like the country and
Yeah.
didn't she kneel for the national anthem a shitload of times too? Like she's just a piece of shit person. I'm not even trying to be a dick. Like it just is the
Seems
truth.
like they're fishing for votes.
100%. That's
And
what
now
they're
they're
doing.
like, oh, this is the first president to fucking do this and that. It's like, dude,
It's just like the
like,
Joe Biden
fuck up.
what was it, college fucking tuition where he was, I'm gonna cancel $10,000 of student debt, and he knew that shit wasn't gonna fly, and he paid that
Mhm.
judge off, and like the day after the midterms, like, yeah, actually, it's not happening. Like, okay, dude. So
People just
Amazing
forget
the
about it.
timing on that.
yeah, right. Damn, I was gonna get to sugar. Sorry, Kayla, I didn't talk about sugar today. We'll talk about sugar though sometime after the ho 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 Christmas specials we're doing.
What's sugar?
I was just gonna ask this.
My wife has a crazy not, it's rational though, but she's very anti-sugar right now. You know, all of your dog food and cat food has sugar in it.
Yeah, I did. I heard her
Why?
telling somebody at work.
Yeah, I
I
bet you
didn't
did
know
hear
that.
Mike's like, I heard her telling somebody at work. Kayla, yeah, of course. She's probably just popping off about it everywhere.
It
She
was
sent me like 18 links. She's like, next
Tuesday
week
or
you should talk
something.
about sugar on your podcast. I was like, oh shit. We got to get through ho ho ho. Sorry, Kayla.
I found it interesting. though.
January. It is interesting.
I did find it interesting. I was like, really?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they want everyone to be unhealthy. Why not animals too? More vet.
They made meat seem bad on the pyramid and made bread and rice and grains good, and that's
Bread's
just
terrible
ass
for you.
backwards. Red meat's good for you, dude.
Yeah,
Fat
bread
is
is
good
really
for you.
bad.
Oh, bread, yeah, bread is really bad for you.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just sugar and carbs and shit. It's horrible for you. They put meat on the same level as like sugar. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
Really?
The
Remember?
food pyramid's fucked.
I
No,
don't
sugar
remember
was
that.
right above it. It was like sugar, and then it was meat, and what else? Can't remember. Was it fruit?
I
Yeah.
think
No, it
fruits
was
and
like,
vegetables were on the same one.
oh, were they? I don't
But yeah, they're
remember.
on this. I
It
know
was
that.
bullshit though, because the
those are
bottom
good.
of the pyramid was grains and bread and flour and shit. It was horrible.
It's usually fruits and vegetables are the best you can have, and then probably red meat. If not that, then like whatever chicken is, like pescatarian diet type shit. Because chicken and fish is really good for you too.
The only real way to fucking even know anymore is just to farm your own land and fish and hunt and shit. But
Let's
that's
see
like
here.
so hard to do.
I got it right here.
Yeah, it was milk and yogurt with meat and poultry,
Mhm.
vegetables and fruit.
They put
Right.
alcohol on there, bro.
And limited quantities. Sorry.
Look how meat is up here at the top. That's crazy to me, man. It should be down here and wheat should be up here. That should be the change. Everything else is decent though.
How can you say 6 to 11 servings of bread? That's a lot
Horrible.
of bread.
Crazy. So that's gonna be a topic is eventually. Kayla's been pushing me to talk about it. So.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
sugar's
game
bad for
to
you.
going on it. I'll even look up some shit. I was thinking maybe we could do a thing where we watch like a video and we tackle a conspiracy every Saturday, just a random ass one. And we just
I'll
like
be
watch
down
it
for
and talk
that.
about how we what we think about it or some shit.
After our Ho video next week, we can do that if you want.
Start with the moon, dude.
Oh no, dude. That's in the
Is it
moon
made of
conspiracy.
cheese?
Find out next week on the podcast. We'll
We
see
have
y'all.
proof.
We have proof. Just
Yes.
4 fucking
Must
dumbasses from
see.
Ohio. Proof. The moon is made out of cheese.
We're very,
Yo,
we're
I've
very
been
credible.
to space.
Yeah. Me and Randy
Should I
did-
just and I almost ended it when Rainey said, "Yo, I've been to space," but I kept the recording going. I don't know
I
why.
have, man. I heard this big buzzing noise and this light, and then next thing I knew, something was in my butt.
It was
Alright.
Bender.
And they're
from
like,
Futurama.
You won't remember any of this. And then I was in my bed, but I remembered some of it, bro. I don't think they blocked out the remembering part all the way.
Just the best part, huh?
Just the
Never
part
felt
where
pleasure
something got
like that.
shoved in his ass. That's the only thing he remembers, dude.
Then
It
he
was
woke
really
up.
cold.